MP Motorsport announced that Jehan Daruvula will be returning for a 4th season in Formula 2, partnering Dennis Hauger. You glad to see Jehan back, Aaron? I know his fans will be.
Yeah, it's good to see Jehan back because he's clearly got the talent and he's got the speed, and on his day he can win those races. We've seen that over the years, and I think he's definitely still got something to offer. It's a chance for Jehan to really make his mark, and you've seen with Felipe Drugovich that sometimes it takes that little bit of time to find the right environment, and maybe that is what Jehan is after. And if he can get off to a good start in 2023, there's no reason why he can't go out and deliver those consistent race-winning performances that can take him close to or even all the way to the F2 title.
Okay, news broke last week that ART will be retaining 2022 runner-up Théo Pourchaire. He'll be paired with Formula 3 champion Victor Martins to make an all-French lineup. Firstly, Aaron, were you surprised to see Théo Pourchaire returning?
No, not at all. He was the vice champion in 2022, having gone into the season as many people's pick for the championship. Seeing Théo come back for a 3rd season makes absolute sense to me, and there's nowhere for him to go really. It just makes sense to keep him in and around the F1 sphere, and if an opportunity pops up as a reserve driver, there's definitely an opportunity for Théo to be on hand and get potential Formula 1 experience, and that I think is what Sauber really want to do for him.
Victor Martins, can he fight for the title in 2023?
It's not a given that the F3 champion is going to come in and absolutely rip it up in F2. But what Victor Martins does have is an excellent yardstick in Théo Pourchaire for what's expected at Formula 2 level. So if he can be competing in and around Pourchaire's level, that will give us a real good indication as to where his talent is and his form is at the time, and what the team are providing both drivers, whether they're just allowing Martins to settle in or if they're putting all of their weight behind Théo Pourchaire for a championship charge.
It's been a big week for Carlin, firstly announcing that they'll be merging with Rodin Cars to be known as Rodin Carlin for 2023, but also announcing Enzo Fittipaldi and Zane Maloney as their drivers for the season. What do you make of that lineup, Aaron?
And that's a very exciting lineup. Enzo Fittipaldi seriously impressed me with what he was doing in the Charouse last season. And it's a really good team for him to be in. And last year, they had race winners in Liam Lawson and Logan Sargent. So he's in a really, really good place. And alongside Zane Maloney, it's a very exciting lineup. Both very, very fast. And I guess it's a good yardstick as well for Maloney, because Fittipaldi is now a proven F2 talent, even though he hasn't got that race win yet, but I'm sure that will come in 2023.
Zane Maloney, what are expectations for him this season? What's a good season for him?
I think relative competitiveness against Fittipaldi. I think if he's sort of lagging down in the lower midfield or off the back and Fittipaldi is competing for podiums, then that would be a real concern for me. But if he can be fighting for those top 10 finishes from the off, and then towards the end of the season look to challenge for race victories. But we need to remember Zane Maloney won 3 feature races in a row to end the Formula 3 season. So this guy is no slouch. He will be coming in on a big wave of confidence, and he will expect to be competing with the guys at the front immediately. So he needs to be, ready to corner face. He needs to be ready for the fight.